Bills, Theo Cupier. They're not the occupier. Oh, hello, look at this. It's our friends at Wrestle Crate. Whoa, Wrestle Crate-licious, baby. We have teamed up with Wrestle Crate, and we want to offer you a little bit of fun in the form of wrestling good stuff through your post box. I mean, they won't put it through your post box because post boxes are quite thin. They'll probably call you to say that it's at the door, more likely. Wrestle Crate this month. Now, what we're going to take a look at here isn't the exact crate you're going to get. This is a selection, a platter, if you will, of some of the great things that you can get inside your Wrestle Crate boxes. But if you would love to subscribe and get stuff like this through your door every single month for the price of $11.99, it's a tenner and change. You know, in some parts of the country, that's the price of a very expensive cup of coffee and a biscuit. So why not instead put that towards some wrestling-shaped goodness? In fact, if you subscribe to Wrestle Crate, wrestling's original subscription box service, before Monday, you get yourself an autographed Rob Van Dam picture. Hey, also, if you use the word Cultaholic when you do sign up, you get yourself an autographed Kurt Angle picture as well. Oh, should we? Yeah, we'll do that as well. We still have a couple of autograph photos of our very own Ross Tweddle. If you would like a sexual wank pheasant from Wrestle Crate, signed by the leader of the pheasants himself, you can do so by using the code word Cultaholic when you sign up and get that in your first Wrestle Crate. Let's take a look inside and at some of the sort of things that you can expect to get inside a Wrestle Crate, shall we? They thought of everything. Ross said this in a previous one, so I don't want to labour on it anymore, but they even recommend what you can do to recycle the box. One of the suggestions on the inside here is to let your kitty sit inside it, and I can tell you from experience, we bought Pablo a very expensive cat tree. We were feeling quite flush, and he just sits in a Wrestle Crate box, so we could have saved ourselves money. So there you go, another reason why you should get a Wrestle Crate, right? If anything else, it's cheaper than getting a very expensive cat tree. And you get your own stuff in there as well. Let's dive into some of the things that you could be getting inside your Wrestle Crate, including what seems to be a poster here. Oh, there she is, she's on her own against the world. A gorgeous poster of Bianca Belair, the reigning SmackDown Women's Champion, one of the best dressed people in the wrestling world today. There's a poster that you can hang, maybe in your bedroom, maybe in your cubicle at work to inspire you to deadlift your manager, maybe, I don't know, in your kitchen. While you're having your cornflakes, you can hum to yourself Bianca Belair's theme music and think about what it must feel like to get whipped by that hair back and forth. So posters are plenty, gorgeous, glamorous, gorgeous, glossy posters of some big stars in wrestling in there as well. You get also some more stuff which is sort of leaning in a little bit more to the obscure of the wrestling fan stuff as well, including this here Obey keychain. Now, if you remember, if you're a fan of a certain vintage, you will remember the movie They Live, starring Rowdy Roddy Piper. Came here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum. This is a keychain that pays homage to the movie They Live. It's a nice conversation starter on your keychain. I've got They Live on VHS, and that is a conversation starter sat in my home. This is a conversation starter very much on the end of your keys. Get yourself a They Live keychain inside of your Wrestle Crate as well. Ring ropes, reversible armbands. So these are really cool. So some people like to have these as like a stress thing. Some people just like to have them as a fashion statement. These from Ring Ropes are reversible armbands. So you pop them on, and maybe one day you're feeling a little bit like a sexy boy. Shawn Michaels, Heartbreak Kid theme there. But sometimes you just want to break it down and, I don't know, cover Vince McMahon in poo, like he did in 2006. And there's a D-Generation X themed wristband on the other side there as well. They got a lovely little snap to them. Again, if that's your sort of thing that helps you to chill out. It's a new product, this, made by Wrestle Crate, and it's a nice little low-key way of showing off your fandom as well. All of these depict like moments or characters within wrestling, and so the ring ropes wristbands, they'll be in amongst it of the Wrestle Crate world as well. We talked about keychains, pins as well, and really unique bespoke pins as well that, again, like the wristbands, in a very low-key way, shout about your love of the wrestling. And I'm a big fan of Dead Man's Tombstone delivery. That's a nice little, very subtle little pin that you can have upon your bag, upon your coat. And it's a nice little nod to The Undertaker in that as well. That's really cute, that. I'm a big fan of that as well. Big fan of that. Really lovely stuff. In here as well, now this, if this is what I think it is. Oh, look at this. It certainly is. It certainly is. It is a very nice, a very evil Danhausen Flaghausen. Yes, very nice, very evil. Love that Danhausen, love that Flaghausen. A Danhausen flag. Now, surely, right, I'm just like, I wonder whether there is a world for flags in wrestling. Since we're going to be coming back into the world, maybe you might not want to be maybe you might not want to shout and scream as much as you used to at the wrestling. Wave a flag, maybe. Wave a Danhausen Flaghausen. Very nice, very evil. Very lovely material as well. Celebrate the indie superstar that is Danhausen in true bizarre Danhausen fashion, paying homage to the journey of Daniel Bryan in becoming the best in the world. This is a DVD that celebrates Bryan Danielson. Not Daniel Bryan, but Bryan Danielson. And this contains some amazing pre-WWE matches that Daniel Bryan competed in as the American Dragon, including a match from back in the day against Alex Shelley. One of the first encounters of American Dragon Bryan Danielson and CM Punk is on here as well. We've got Bryan Danielson in there against Mike Quackenbush, and Bryan Danielson versus AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. Bryan Danielson versus Claudio Castagnoli, aka Cesaro. They had some fun on SmackDown in the Thunderdome. Imagine them going wild on the Indies before all of that time happened. Find out on here. Bryan Danielson versus Chris Hero on here as well. Some of you may know him as Cassius. Oh no. Chris Hero's on here as well. And Bryan Danielson versus Jigsaw as well, who was a real standout in Chikara and the indie scene. So there you go. A great example of some great wrestling stuff that comes with Wrestle Crate. It's not just about having the merch, it's about having stuff in there that really celebrates wrestling. Get a DVD there of Daniel Bryan pre-Daniel Bryan, before when his name was the other way around. More ring ropes, wristbands as well. These are really cool. So we had Shawn Michaels and DX on the last one. On this particular one, we are celebrating the Undertaker on this side, where you've got the creatures of the night. I put it the wrong way around. Hang on. The creatures of the night grabbing at the Undertaker, reaching out for the Undertaker. Now, this was an entrance that he did. This was an entrance he did where you had the creatures of the night reaching out through the smoke, and it is marked on there as well, and on the back as well. Another example of like Undertaker-based goodness. You've got the lightning flashing all around there as well. Wristbands that, as we say, in a very low-key way, celebrate your love of the wrestling. It wouldn't be a Wrestle Crate without t-shirts as well, and they always come up trumps with the t-shirts to the guys at Wrestle Crate. And this one in particular, I'm a big fan, because we've just had the second takeover in your house. So, of course, it is a t-shirt to commemorate the new generation era and in your house. This is like, if you are a fan of the Cultaholic Classic Raw review as well, the podcast that goes up every Tuesday, and a t-shirt that I think is going to be right in your wheelhouse, celebrating the new generation era of the World Wrestling Federation. Back in a time where they had hardly any money, hardly any talent, but by Jove, they went for it anyway. Really like that. That is a gorgeous t-shirt coming to you raw every Monday night, it says at the bottom, in case you didn't catch that on there. Inside here, as well as DVDs and clothing they do figures, and they do figures very well. The Heavy Crate Champions range is something that you'll be getting inside Wrestle Crates as well. And there he is. Don't like to hurt people. All right, it's me, Pete Dunne from Birmingham. Our boy Pete Dunne. Now, tell me this, right? If you're going back into an office or a workspace, tell me you don't want something like that sat on your workbench. Pete Dunne inspiring you, the Bruiserweight inspiring you to crack on with your day. One of a handful of Brit Res stars that you can get in the Heavy Crate Champions range. Also amongst there is Flash Morgan Webster, Mustache Mountain, and Damien Dunn in there as well. Kid Lycos as well, as you can see on the back there. There's a Kid Lycos one. Oh, Kid Lycos looks cute. Kid Lycos there looks like something that might wander onto Animal Crossing. Maybe rip Tom Nook's head off. Just a thought. Don't do that. I still owe him money. Pete Dunne from the Heavy Crate Champions range. Just one of those Heavy Crate figures that come with this as well. Stickers are plenty, among other things in here as well. There we have something representing and empowering El Phantasmo, ELP. It's in sticker form, so you can peel it off like that. They remind me of, if you're from the UK, they're the old Panini stickers. They've got that Panini sticker vibe to them. So without the sticker book, so basically the world is your sticker book, so go forth. That is a sticker of El Phantasmo that is awaiting your purchase as part of Wrestle Crate. Sign posters in there as well, and here's what I was telling you a little bit earlier on today as well. If you sign up before Monday, you get one of these, which is an autographed Rob Van Dam photo. Look at this, isn't it lovely? This is a stunning little piece featuring our boy Rob Van Dam, signed by the man himself. That could be yours. And if you sign up using the code word Cultaholic, you get that as well. Kurt Angle, signed by Kurt Angle as well. Intensity, integrity, intelligence. I think you should get Wrestle Crate. That's the 4 I's that we're taking from there. And throughout every Wrestle Crate as well, you'll get stuff to read, you'll get stuff to enjoy as well. And it's stuff like this that I love. It really celebrates things that are a little bit different about the wrestling world. It's a comic scene, and it is the story of professional wrestling matches told in comic book form. Like, how cool is this? How cool is this? I'm gonna try. I don't want to give too much of it away to you, but they're wrestling matches played out as a comic book. It's brilliant. Like stuff like this, it doesn't just celebrate like wrestling and wrestlers, but it celebrates the creativity of the wrestling merch world as well. And it's stuff like this that I just absolutely love the bones of. Alley Cat and Willow Nightingale, a match told in comic book form. Actually, I remember watching that match and it was really, really fun. So I'm looking forward to enjoying it again. But reading it as it's just a lovely little simple piece. Big shout to Jessica Torres and Dominique C. Bell, who are the ones behind it. There they are there. Very, very, very creative souls that you can find inside of Wrestle Crate. So this isn't the exact Wrestle Crate that you're going to be getting. This is an example of some of the amazing things that you get within Wrestle Crate. You can sign up right now for $11.99. As I say, it's a tenner and change. And you use the word Cultaholic to get a signed photo of Kurt Angle in there, signed picture of Kurt Angle in there as well. And also, if you're quick, signed picture of our boy Ross as well. Could be yours. All the details about how to get involved with Wrestle Crates you can find at wrestlecrate.co.uk and probably in the description down there as well. Stay safe. Love you, bye.